A Night at the Opera. Written by Maggie Finally Writes. Read by Arashi. The scene came to a close, the actors and actresses taking a bow as the curtains closed, the audience standing as they applauded such a performance. Such a fantastic show it was, and of course, considering just who was in the crowd, there was no surprise that the actors and actresses would ensure to only give their very best performance that night. And the two special guests that had enjoyed the play greatly, the once Emperor Edelgard and Dorthea von Hresfelg. Though no longer emperor, Edelgard was still a highly respected figure in Edrestian politics, and Dorthea had been the one to both write the play and was once the original star. Both women ensured to go backstage and give their praises personally to the performers. Dorthea even offers tips to the new actress playing Edelgard, and soon bade farewell, Edelgard offering an arm to her wife, and Dorthea happily taking it as they left the opera house in the pleasantly cool night of Enbar. "It's so strange, seeing your own life play out in front of you," Edelgard says with a sigh, Dorthea giggling. "Back in the day, you used to watch that play whenever you had a free moment. How are you still not used to seeing it?" "Well, you are aware I was more interested in seeing you perform more than anything else," Dorthea gasped, feigning shock as Edelgard playfully rolled her eyes. "Why, I did all that hard work making that opera of the mighty Edelgard, and you weren't even paying attention all this time." "No," Edelgard responded, lacing her voice with as much sarcasm as Dorthea had before. "I was simply dazzled by the woman playing me." "Only caring about the role based on yourself? It seems I've married a narcissist." "Oh, please. You were the one who gave yourself the starring role." "Hey, I earned it. And I made a fantastic you, if I do say so myself." "You did, Dorthea. You always were fantastic." "Why the long face, Adie? Did you not like that little surprise at the end?" "About the dancer of the army confessing to the Emperor for her hand? It was quite a pleasant surprise, and likely the most historically accurate part of the play." "You know, I had that part written in originally, but then when I was cast as you, well, it felt awkward having the person playing me confess to me as you. But now that I no longer perform, I finally had them add it back in. Smart move, honestly, considering how the show will be a hit with the new ending." "Smart indeed. I just wonder, do you regret retiring? You certainly could still be a fantastic performer, Dorthea." "I could, but that's the thing with being a performer. It's a fire that burns out faster than almost any other career. Perhaps I had a few more years, but I'd rather retire on my own terms while I was still at a high point than wait for them to kick me out. Besides, the girl who played you, I trained her myself, and it was her time to take the starring role." "I see. So you don't regret marrying me, then?" "Never! Not in a million years would I ever regret it, Adie. This," Dorthea raised her hand so they could both look at her red-stoned wedding ring, "this means more to me than life itself." "Even more than the baby?" "Okay, well, both of you mean everything to me. Besides, I much enjoy being able to spend so much time with little Wilhelm, especially considering how busy you still are. Not as busy as when I was emperor. True, now you have time to actually have a family. Besides, I do have my own free time to continue playwriting. I think you'll like what I've been working on. If all goes according to plan, it will be done by next year." "Excellent. So what is it about?" "The secret relationship between the dancer and the Emperor of Edrestia. The ending will even be their wedding. I ensured your schedule was clear so we could watch it the night it debuts. I even got tickets for all our old classmates, and our dear teacher, too." I see. So that's what you've been working on all this time." "I told you, Adie. You mean the world to me, and soon the world will know it, too. Oh, you look so cute all red. What, embarrassed?" "Just flattered." "Thank you, Dorthea. Thank you for staying by me all these years, even though we had to keep our relationship a secret. And thank you for always finding time for me, Adie, and for helping me rebuild Middle Frank Opera Company. This play is the least I can do for all you've done for everyone. I'm sure it will be a marvelous show." I even made it the girl playing myself is the one seeing the girl who plays you now. The passion and love they impress will be genuine, and I know the audience will just eat that up." "If they stay together that long." "True. It's a risk, but I'm betting they'll stay together just as we have." You'll have to tell me about them over dinner, Dorthea. She hummed happily, exiting the city together as both women continued their trek, arm in arm to their private estate. A year was a long time indeed, but both Edelgard and Dorthea had held off longer to be able to do such simple things as this. Go to operas together, get dinner together, walk arm in arm or hand in hand. It had caused a bit of a scandal when Edelgard announced her marriage to a commoner, but as she was no longer emperor and had fought to show nobility wasn't the end-all of a person's character, no one could stop the happy couple. And, well, if they tried, Edelgard was still fierce with an axe, and Dorthea still knew how to summon lightning at will. Yes, it hadn't been easy, but these gentle nights together, the fact that they were returning to a home all their own, with a healthy son of theirs who could grow in a world where he was free to do as he pleased, crest or not, where Edelgard didn't fear what those who slither might do to a child of hers, that made all the struggle worth it. And soon the world would know of said struggle, and of their love for each other.